So Kuldeep Hooda starting off the proceedings for RBI. So that's the end of the first over. 5 for no loss for CAG. They need a target of 166 to win the fifth match of the 14 DY Patil T20 Cup. He's the one who's picked up the 5 runs so far in the CAG innings. And from the far end, or the pavilion end, we have Amit Mishra starting out proceedings. Amit Mishra plays for UP in domestic cricket. Goes on the leg side, huge appeal. The bowler was more interested than the fielders. It was more to distract the umpires from calling a wide. This time gets a leading edge and the ball runs away to the boundary, but well fielded there by the third man fielder. Just a single, but the ball hitting the top of the bat and just flying away to the third man region. A single. Good start there by Amit Mishra so far in this innings. Again Apish, again goes through the slip region, and this time it's a boundary. Prashant Chopra gets into the act, picks up a boundary. The ball hurries onto him and tries to play through the offside and just goes through the vacant slip region. Apishly above the slips and picks up a boundary. This time hurries onto him. Hits the ball hard. Does Amit Mishra. Officially through the offside, gets another boundary. Prashant Chopra plays an imperious looking drive to end the over with another boundary. Score moves on to 14 for no loss after 2 overs. Right in the slot there, and Prashant Chopra only too happy to play it nicely through the offside. So Kuldeep Hooda shortest delivery, and the fielder there comes in too early, and that's a boundary. Ankit Lamba now pulls it nicely, and the fielder came in a bit too early, and the ball just eludes him and goes into the boundary. And that made a thundering noise. What a shot by Ankit Lamba. Still a bit of confusion about whether it's a 4 or a 6. The umpire just waiting to see before they make a call. Another short delivery. This time again pulled. And the ball just dropping inside the boundary line, and a boundary. So Ankit Lamba is now on 14. 2 boundaries of the first 2 deliveries of the third over. So CAG getting a move on here. This time another short delivery, and Ankit Lamba drops his wrists and lets the ball go through. This time plays it to the offside, looking for a single, but decides against it. So CAG have made a very confident start here in the pursuit of 164 set by RBI. 2 openers, Prashant Chopra and Ankit Lamba, looking very positive. This time plays it uppishly over the point region. Gets another boundary. That's the third boundary of the over. Ankit Lamba is showing that he's prepared to take his chances. Cuts that one uppishly over the point region and gets a boundary. So at the end of 3 overs, CAG are 27 for no loss. Kuldeep Hooda has given away 18 runs of 2 overs. तब से किया जा अच्छा अच्छा This time plays it down to third man. Dot ball, much needed dot ball there for RBI. So a single to end the fourth over. CAG now move on to 38 for no loss after 4 overs. Amit Mishra has given away 20 runs in his 2 overs, and he's also had a missed opportunity of Ankit Lamba. So Prashant Chopra on 10 and Ankit Lamba on 23, starting off the proceedings for CAG. Quite a long batting lineup. Bit of hold up there. Sayan Mondal is undergoing some running repairs before he starts off his spell. Worried look on the RBI fielders. So it is ankle. Sayan Mondal was also suffering from an injury while he was batting and is looking in some discomfort. It's taking a bit of time for the play to resume. The CAG players also taking a much needed break. So they need 128 runs from 96 deliveries now. Sayan Mondal is struggling to get back on his feet. Sayan Mondal walking off the field. So after that long hold up, Mondal walking off. He had obviously top scored in the RBI innings with 91. So Kumar Devbrat making a few changes, bringing on Ali Murtaza from the far end. Who starts off very well. 5th over of the innings. This time again right on the button. An experienced campaigner, Ali Murtaza, has been on the circuit for a number of years. This time again, but this time Prashant Chopra looking for a sharp single and getting it quite easily. So 9 more deliveries left in the power play. Sayan Mondal being treated to by the medical staff by the boundary line. This time yet again looking for a sharp single, and just 2 runs so far in this over. Considering the situation of the match and also the situation of the fact that it's the power play, it's been a very, very good over so far. This time Prashant Chopra dances down the track and deposits the ball in the stand. So that's a 6, and that's 6 number 47 of the tournament. Ball just dancing down the track and deposits the ball very nicely in the stand. So the momentum's back with CAG. Scores on 46 and Prashant Chopra on 17 with Ankit Lamba on 24. This time Ali Murtaza balls that one nicely on the spot. No damage done. It's 46 for no loss after 5 overs. So CAG require further 120 runs of the remaining 15 overs. Prashant Chopra is on 17 and Ankit Lamba on 24. Good confident start by CAG. So far 3 bowlers used. Kuldeep Hooda has given away 18 runs of 2 overs, Amit Mishra 20 runs of 2 overs, and Ali Murtaza 8 runs of the first over that he bowled. 5 extras so far, and those were the 5 wides bowled by Amit Mishra. And the final over of power play just about to get underway, and we have another change in bowling from the pavilion end. This time Kuldeep Hooda coming on to ball. A shortest delivery, and Ankit Lamba equal to the task. Picks up 2 more runs. This time short delivery. That's the final delivery of the power play, and Prashant Chopra just slams that through the offside and gets a boundary to end the power play at 57 for no loss. Kuldeep Hooda has given away 29 runs of his 3 overs, and a diving Ali Murtaza couldn't stop that ball, and the ball speeds away to the boundary. So after the power play, CAG are 57 for no loss. Prashant Chopra on 21 and Ankit Lamba on 31. Problems galore for RBI. And a change in bowling. Rajesh Bishnoi Jr. comes on to bowl, and straight away Ankit Lamba looking to pick up a single. This time Prashant Chopra also picks up a single with the field spread out. Both the batsmen trying to get a few singles in before launching it again. Again a misfield and another single. So the runs coming quite easily for CAG. They're not being checked at all, and scores moved on to 60 for no loss. We are in the 7th over. This time again comes in nicely and picks up yet another single. So 4 singles of 5 deliveries. Quiet over, but the scoreboard's moving. That's what's most important. This time plays it uppishly and down the ground, and this time looking for a single and gets it quite easily. So 5 runs of the over. The partnerships moved on to 62. 7 overs done, and CAG are 62 for no loss. 104 more runs needed of 78 deliveries. So the going's good for CAG. Prashant Chopra is batting on 23 of 16. Ankit Lamba on 34 of 26 deliveries. 71 for no loss. The two opening batsmen for CAG continuing to pile on the runs, quietly inching towards the target of 166. 95 more runs needed of 70 deliveries. This partnership has already put on 71 of 50 balls. Again looking for sharp singles. So they've been sensible so far in their partnership. So a short delivery and Ankit Lamba equal to the task. He moves on to 45 of 32 deliveries. And CAG are now 78 for no loss. A short delivery and pulls it nicely. And goes through to the boundary. The score now 78 for no loss. $79 for no loss now after 9 overs. Ankit Lamba on 46 of 33 deliveries. Prashant Chopra on 27 of 21 deliveries. CAG need 87 more runs of 66 balls. Considering the fact that they haven't lost a wicket, it looks like it's going to be one-way street now. The 10th over in progress. Prashant Chopra on strike now to Joe Chaya. One more single. Scores now 81 for no loss. CAG need 85 more runs of the remaining part of the game, and this time cuts it nicely, and the ball runs away through to the boundary. Ankit Lamba gets to his 50 of 35 deliveries. Well deserved knock, well deserved applause. He's now on to 51, and CAG are now on 85 for no loss. Cuts it nicely, and the ball runs through to the boundary between point and the short third man region. So scoreboard's moving constantly. This time again Tries to guide it through the third man region, but just a single. 4 deliveries done of this over. 80 more runs required of 62 deliveries. So the asking rate is coming down all the time. It's now down to 7.74. This time it's Prashant Chopra who's joining in the fun, dances down the track, and that's a straight 6. Six number 48. Straight 6. And can't get straighter than that. And this over is proving to be very, very expensive. Already 13 runs off the bat, and we still have 1 delivery left to go in this over. Joe Chaya is under a lot of pressure. He's on the second over, already given away 21 runs, and we are waiting for the ball to come back. So CAG 92 for no loss. We're still waiting for the ball, and we finally got it. Joe Chaya under a lot of pressure. Already given away 13 runs on this over. Still 1 delivery to go, and we are ready to resume action. Prashant Chopra making his intentions clear. He's not going to be left behind in the scoring rate. Already made 34 of 23 deliveries. So final delivery of the 10th over. Plays it on the offside, picks up a single. So 10 overs done. CAG are 93 for no loss. They need a further 73 runs of 60 deliveries. And they're motoring along right now. Ankit Lamba on 52 of 36 and Prashant Chopra on 35 of 24. 6 extras and all 6 are wide. Long batting lineup. Remains to be seen how many of them will be pressed into action. Looks highly unlikely right now. This time it's back with Rajesh Bishnoi Jr. and single yet again. Plays that one officially, and that's the end of Ankit Lamba. Caught in the deep. That's a much needed breakthrough for RBI. Ankit Lamba falls, caught in the deep. That's a very valuable partnership of 94 and 61 deliveries coming to an end for CAG. Ankit Lamba tries to slam that on the onside and only finds the fielder in the deep mid wicket. The lone fielder there, the ball going straight to him. He had a bit of running to do, but manages to reach there in time. And good running catch in the end. So the first wicket falls for CAG. 94 for 1. 72 more runs needed of 58 deliveries. A new batsman at the crease. Himanshu. So Himanshu is out in the center. He'll be facing his first delivery. Himanshu Asnora. And starts off with a sharp single. These kind of chances are not required to be taken at this stage. This time dancing down the track, and again Prashant Chopra now. Again plays through the leg side. Himanshu Asnora picks up a single. So at the end of 11 overs, CAG are 98 for 1. They need 68 more runs of 54 deliveries. Rajesh Bishnoi Jr. picking up the crucial wicket of Ankit Lamba in the previous over. But CAG are still way ahead of the asking rate, and they are very much in the driver's seat at this stage. So change in bowling from the pavilion end. Ali Murtaza is back. He had bowled 1 over earlier for giving away 8 runs, and he's back with his left arm spin. Facing him will be Prashant Chopra. Plays it through the offside, upishly, and the fielder leaps but can't reach the ball, and the ball races away to the boundary. Yet another boundary for CAG. The scores moved on to 102. Prashant Chopra gets a move on. He's now on to 42 of 28 deliveries. And there's no letting up from the CAG batsman despite the fall of Ankit Lamba. So the ball racing away to the boundary and well stopped by the fielder there. So single. Scoreboard keeps moving along. 107 for 1. So 17 runs so far Ali Murtaza has given away in his 1.5 overs. Just one delivery to go in this, the second over that he's bowling. CAG need 59 more runs from 49 deliveries. Himanshu Asnora cuts again, and that's the end of the 12th over. It's 108 for 1 after 12 overs. 58 more runs needed of the remaining 8 overs. Looks like a walk in the park right now for CAG, thanks to the start they've got. So that's the match summary so far. RBI made 165 for 4 thanks to Sayan Mondal's unbeaten 91 of 63 deliveries. And in their reply, CAG have motored along to 108 for 1 after their 12 overs. This time Prashant Chopra dances down the track, and that's another 6. He's used his feet very well today. He's moved on to his 50, and it's been in double quick time. He's moved on to 50 of just 31 deliveries. The score is now 115 for 1, and he's used his feet very well to the spinners. It's been easy going for him in this innings so far. .51 more runs needed of 46 deliveries. CAG are moving along nicely towards their win. This partnership's already put on 21 of 12 balls and 7 runs with the first 2 deliveries of this over. Each time a 6 is hit, there's a bit of a hold up in play, but gives the batsman some time to gather their breath again. Prashant Chopra now on 50 of 31. Again this time dances down the track, again places through the offside, and this time just a single. Score moves along to 116. Rajesh Bishnoi Jr. has 3 more deliveries left in his quota of overs. He'll be looking to finish it nicely. for his captain. He's already picked up the lone wickets to fall so far, that of the dangerous looking Ankit Lamba. This time plays it on the leg side. This time cuts it deftly, but no damage done. Much needed dot ball for CAG for RBI. But CAG are well and truly on their way. They need just 49 more runs from the remaining 43 deliveries. Should be much of a bother from here on. Again gets onto the back foot and plays it through the onside.
So like when he asked me to come, and also you will keep the footage, right? So because you will dump it to the IT department, right? Speak to Rajnish. He's playing for?
So Prashant Chopra back into the act, and that looks like a 6 there. Very well fielded there by the fielder. The umpire is just checking to see if it was a 6 or a 4, or we're going to have no addition. That's surprising. The umpire is taking the word of the fielder. There again, the fielder just catching it on the boundary line and but just parrying it back into the field. Scores now 120 for 1. 46 more runs needed. 40 deliveries. Prashant Chopra is batting on 53. So Chirag bowling his first over of this innings. Chirag Parmar, military medium bowler. This time Prashant Chopra plays an imperious looking pull. Will stop there on the boundary, but Prashant Chopra still manages 2 runs. He moves on to 55. The score is now 122 for 1. 44 more runs needed of the remaining overs, but it's looking like another full toss. This time again cut off, but This time just a single. Scores now 123 for 1. 43 more runs needed of the remaining 37 balls. This partnership's kept up the pressure that was applied by Ankit Lamba and Prashant Chopra. So that's a single to end the over. 42 more runs needed of 36 deliveries. The score is now 124 for 1 after 13 overs. So 124 for 1. 36 more deliveries left. 42 more runs required for a win. Himanshu Asnora on 10. Prashant Chopra on 56 of 37. Looks like CAG are motoring along to their win. So, start of the 15th over. It's back to Ali Murtaza. He's given away 18 runs of his first 2 overs. Change of ends for him as well. Hoping for a change of luck with change of ends. This time, another missed opportunity there. The keeper not being able to gather the ball in time. Prashant Chopra deceived there by Ali Murtaza. Enticed to come down the track but misses it altogether. And the wicket keeper is not able to gather the ball in time. Dances down the track and the wicket keeper has not been able to collect it at all. So a lucky reprieve there for Prashant Chopra. He is now on to 57. CAG are 126 for 1. Himanshu Asnora just playing it nicely there, just behind the wicket keeper, and the ball races away to the boundary. So another boundary there for CAG. The score's moving on nicely to 130. It's almost like a short arm jab, and the ball just goes behind the wicket keeper. And with the 2 fielders inside the circle, it's quite a chase, and the ball wins the race. Scores now 130 for 1. 36 more runs needed. Plays that one officially on the onside. Just a single. So 4 more runs needed of 30 deliveries. The score is now 132 for 1 after 15 overs. So final throw of the dice for Kumar Devbrat, the RBI captain. He brings back Amit Mishra. And Prashant Chopra gets that one high on the bat and loses control of the bat, but still able to pick up 2 more runs. Score now moves on to 134 for 1. The partnership's now worth 39 of 29 deliveries. And Prashant Chopra is on 59 of 42 deliveries. He's not let up despite the fall of his partner Ankit Lamba. He's continuing to pile on the runs. This time nicely pulled that one, but straight to the fielder. The lone fielder there at the deep mid-wicket region. He's gone for 59. So that's the breakthrough that RBI were looking for. But has it come a bit too late? Prashant Chopra has gone for 59 of 42. Nicely in position and easy catch. Bit of theatrics as well by tumbling down, but more importantly, it's damage done for RBI. The entire RBI squad getting into a huddle. They realize that they could well force the issue here if they manage to pick up a couple of more wickets and can make a few hard nervous batsmen in the dugout worried, but the asking rate is not too stiff. They need just 32 more runs of 28 balls. So the new batsman in, Ramandeep Singh, taking strike. 32 more runs required of 28 deliveries. Starts off very well. Amit Mishra testing the new batsman there. Looking for a single, sharp single there. Ramandeep Singh gets off the mark. Score moves along to 135 for 2. 15.4 overs. Still have 26 deliveries left in this innings. 31 more runs needed of 26 deliveries. 137 for 2. Ramandeep Singh and Himanshu Asnora trying to take the side CAG to a well-deserved win. 29 more runs needed of 22 deliveries. RBI pulled things back over here, and this time a shortish delivery, and Ramandeep Singh cuts it nicely, and the ball racing away to the boundary. So just when it looked like RBI are pulling things back, there comes a boundary, a much needed boundary for CAG. So 142 for 2. 24 more runs needed of 20 deliveries. This time cuts it, and the ball races away to the point region. And a single. 23 more runs needed. 19 deliveries in hand. Barring a miracle, it's going to be difficult for RBI to pull things back from this situation with two relatively set batsmen. Again, cutting that one and straight to the fielder at point. That was a close call. So, Ali Murtaza has bowled out a spell. He's given away 30 runs of his 4 overs. CAG now need 22 runs of 18 deliveries. Ramandeep Singh and Himanshu Asnora. The ball was a little too late in being released, and it was very easy for the batsman to get back home in time. 22 more runs needed of 18 deliveries. So 144 for 2. 22 more runs needed of the remaining 3 overs. Ramandeep Singh on strike. He's on 7. Himanshu Asnora on 15. And we have a change in bowling from the pavilion end. Chirag Parmar comes back into the attack. This one plays it nicely onto the onside, but it's uppish. The fielder just not able to hold on to the ball, and much needed reprieve for Ramandeep Singh. He picks up 2 runs. It was quite up in the air for a very long time. So score now 146 for 2, 20 runs needed from 17 deliveries. Yet another missed opportunity for RBI. This time again pushing for a second run. but has to settle for 1. So 19 more runs required of 16 deliveries. There's no penetration whatsoever from the RBI bowlers, and it's getting difficult for their captain Kumar Devbrat to manage this chase by CAG. This time again tries to play it uppishly, but only manages to find an edge, and the ball just races away to the third man region for a boundary. So that's the 150 up for CAG. 151 for 2. Lucky boundary, but as long as they keep coming, it doesn't matter how they come. CAG needs 15 more runs to win this contest. This time Himanshu Asnora dances down the track, and he's gone. Easy as they come. Himanshu Asnora has been dismissed. Trying to play a big shot over the So 15 more runs needed of 14 deliveries. Deliveries. Prashant Chopra with 60, Ankit Lamba with 52 were the top scorers. The two openers, earlier Sayan Wandal's 91 not out, helped RBI reach 165 for 4. So Amit Mishra back into the attack. And again straying down the leg side and helped on its way by the batsman. Easy boundary. This time plays it down the ground, looking for a second run and gets it quite easily. So 7 more runs needed and just 10 deliveries left. Ankit is getting into the act straight away. Oh, that's an uppish ball, shortest delivery, but the umpire says that's one for the over. No call given for a wide or no ball. The batsman's not happy. 7 more runs needed. And the batsman was hoping for an extra run to be called, but that's not the case. This time Ankit plays it uppishly and he's gone. Caught it long gone. So 4th wicket down for CAG. They still need 7 more runs. And we are in the 19th over. So plays that one uppishly through the offside, pushing for a second run and gets it quite easily in the end. So just 5 more runs needed from the remaining 7 deliveries. It's looking like an easy win for CAG here. Ramandeep Singh on strike. He's joined in by the captain Ankit Sharma. Plays that one smartly, looking for a single and gets it quite easily, looking for an overthrow, but that's not to be. So the end of 19 overs, CAG are 162 for 4. The final over coming up, just 4 more runs needed for CAG to romp home in style. Ramandeep Singh face the final over of this innings. Kuldeep Hooda back for the final over, and could that be it? No, cut off nicely at the boundary line, just a single. Plays an uppercut, but only finds the fielder at third man. Tries to make room for himself and play an uppercut shot, but only finds the fielder. Just a single. So 3 more runs required, 5 deliveries left. RBI trying to make it as difficult as possible for CAG to chase this down, but so far it's not been successful. They've only managed to drag the match on to the 20th over. CAG lost a few wickets on the way. This time plays it through the offside, looking for a couple, pushing the fielder, and should be able to get it in time, and no damage done. So scores are level now. It's 165 for 4 CAG. Just 1 more run needed of the remaining 4 deliveries. And that's the winning runs. Ankit Sharma, the captain, hitting the winning runs for his side, and that's the end of the match. CAG win by 6 wickets with 3 deliveries left, and Ankit Sharma fittingly hit the winning runs for his side. So that's the match summary. CAG chasing down the target of 166 in 19.3 overs. Prashant Chopra and Ankit Lamba topping the batting chart, scoring 50s. Amit Mishra picked up 2 for 33 earlier. Sayan Mondal top scored with 91, an unbeaten 91 of 63. So in the end, CAG win by 6 wickets. That's the end of the morning session. We'll back shortly with the afternoon session.